Hey everybody, happy Monday, and welcome to this edition of Tyngsborough TV Live. I am Town Media Director Steve Brogan, and this is our Monday edition where I give you all the news that I can come up with that's happening here in and around Tyngsborough, so that you guys can at least be prepared for the week and know what's coming up. Start marking your calendars and getting everything ready, because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on this week. I actually don't want to even sit here and blabber too much because there's so much to get to, but I do want to remind everybody that you can catch this broadcast on Facebook, on the various pages we share it across, on YouTube. You can watch it live there as well. On both of those, you can also comment and chat with us if you want to ask questions or just talk about what's going on. And you can also watch us on Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 29 and at tyngsboroughma.gov on our video on demand and streaming service, where you can also watch all of our past meetings and other content and stuff like that that's up there. So feel free to check that stuff out and enjoy. So with all that said, I'm going to get you right into my computer so we can start on this, because like I said, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up and I want to make sure and get to everything in as reasonable amount of time as I can. First and foremost, coming up is the Tyngsborough Town Meeting. That is coming up on November 13. Let me switch my screen here so I can show you that. There we go. So if you go to the website, you click on down under News and Highlights, do See All News, and you can get to this. Oops. You can get to this link that I'm on right now, and this will actually give you basically some of the items, the draft items that are on there at this point, the warrant articles that are on there at this point, and you can check out the dates and everything like that, as well as the date of the event. But you can see a few things on here. So right now on the warrant is the town hall. I'm not sure, and again, I only know the top level view of this stuff. I don't know what all these are on here for specifically, but Town Hall, Senior Center, Fire Station 1, Early Childhood Center, and at the Lakeview School, Fire Station number 2, and the on Lakeview Ave. So I imagine the fire stations are on there for renovations. I know they've been desperately needing a new fire station, public safety building, we'll call it, between the police and fire. So they've been talking about that a lot. And again, I don't know what the other ones are. I can try to get some clarification from Matt, but I don't have a lot of the details on that stuff. But the long and the short of it is November 13 will definitely be a day you want to mark in your calendar, because that is going to be the special town meeting. So make sure and mark that. And I can, as I get more information on this stuff, I can let you guys know. I'm going to try to get Matt on, our town administrator, on very soon to talk about some of the specifics of this. But again, the deadline, you can see right on the thing, the deadline to get stuff in is October 30. So they've still got some time in order to get in a bunch more warrant articles, so there'll probably be quite a bit more. So November 13, though, that's the important part of this. Just mark your calendars. Make sure you have that in your calendar. Also, moving on, you probably have seen or heard about, hopefully anyways, the prospect of the Tyngsborough Country Club being sold and developed. This is obviously just in the works. This is something that they're kind of talking about in the planning stages of trying to figure out what they can and can't do. But there will be a public listening session on October 24th to see, basically to poll the community and see what they think about whether or not the town should try to buy the property, because the town has what's called first right of refusal, meaning that if the property does go up for sale, which it is going to, that the town has the first option to buy the property before any developers or anything like that. That said, if the town says that they don't want it, then it's out into the open market and anybody can buy it. And provided they meet zoning regulations and get all the proper approvals and stuff, they can do stuff with the property. They can build on the property. And that's where it'll get probably kind of sticky towards the end. But again, October 24th, public listening session. This is over at the Old Town Hall at 7 p.m. So come down and you can take part of that. I'm going to be broadcasting that as well, so you'll be able to watch from home. But if you want to actually take part, voice your opinions, concerns, whatever, you can do that. You'll have to come down on the 24th at 7 p.m. to Old Town Hall, and you can take part in that session. So again, this is just for the Tyngsborough Country Club potential for the town to purchase. So they want to discuss that. Does the town think that we should do it? Shouldn't we do it? What are your reasons? They'll probably go over costs and all that stuff, or at least as much as they can, to the point that they'll have that information. So it'll be a fact-finding / info session, more or less to see what the will of the community is. So again, October 24th at 7 p.m. at Old Town Hall. All right, moving on to another one. Quickly, the town posted a town engineer job. You can get all the information at the website. Feel free to read that over and take a look and see what's going on. Also, the sample ballot for this upcoming election is available on the website. Again, you can get that all in the news section on our homepage, but you can check out the sample ballot, who's on it. I think we all pretty much know who's on it at this point, but if you don't, you can go and take a look. This is a sample of the absentee ballot, but it's the same as the other ballots. It's just a different color for that stuff. On that note, quickly as well from the clerk, voter registration deadline is October 17. So if you haven't already registered to vote, you have until October 17. So you got a couple more weeks. By the way, happy 1st of October. It's the beginning of October. And also early voting, if you would be interested in early voting, that is going to be from October 22nd through November 2nd. So October 22nd through November 2nd. Currently, she's only going to be doing this during normal business hours, but she's thinking about some other things and how she can expand that a little bit to make it a little more open. And I will let you know as soon as I get that info what those dates and times will be for early voting. But right now, normal business hours, October 22nd to November 2nd, and voter registration deadline is October 17. So if that's something you haven't done yet, then it would be highly advisable to go do that. All right, and moving on. Okay, so I want to get over to something kind of fun. Kind of a fun and exciting thing that's been happening. If you live in Tyngsborough and you've been on Facebook or any of the other social media pages, lots of bears. Yeah, there's been a ton of bears around. A couple of them anyways. They've been popping up in neighborhoods all over the place. This guy was just the other day, September 29th. So yeah, just 2 days ago that was posted. There's a whole bunch of others. If you're not on the Tyngsborough Bear Sightings page on Facebook, that's a cool one to follow because people tend to post stuff over there. That's where this guy is, and there's a couple others. I believe if you scroll down, you can check out the rest in that string. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of bears around. So bird feeders, if you still have them out, trash cans, small animals, pets, things like that, chickens, whatever you've got in your yard, you might want to just keep an eye on it. Because yeah, these guys are pretty good size. This isn't the best picture to give you scale, but I saw one that this one right here was rather large, and much bigger than much bigger than a small bear. Definitely, it was a pretty good sized bear. Anyways, kind of fun just to keep an eye on. And if you live out in the more woodsy parts of Tyngsborough, which is actually pretty much everywhere, you might see one of these guys. I won't say you probably will, but you might see one of these guys strolling through your neighborhood. So just be mindful of that. Keep it in mind. And I would obviously suggest if this is in your yard and it's a concern, then maybe call animal control. Dave Robson can at least walk you through what to do, or come out and take a look if there's any kind of problems or something like that. So yeah, kind of fun. Also, let me bring you back off. I've been working heavily on this debate that is going to be coming up on October 16th. Lots and lots of back-end stuff that I'm taking care of, trying to get this all squared away and ready to go. October 16th is going to be the night of the debate, 6 to 8 p.m. I am accepting questions now from this point on until the night of the debate and even through the debate that night. You can email your questions in to debate@tyngsboroughma.gov. So it's DEBATE at tyngsboroughma.gov. Feel free to send in your questions that way. I'm going to do a post in just a little bit as well with all the information. But for now, you can email those questions in there. Then the night of the debate, you'll also be able to send in questions through that same email address, also through Facebook and YouTube, and through telephone. So if you have limited access to internet, say, and you're watching on TV, you can call in your questions, or if you're tech savvy and you want to use Facebook and watch there and also chime in and ask questions that way, you can do it that way as well. So any which way you feel like, whatever is the easiest way for you to get your questions in for that debate on October 16th, 6 to 8 p.m., debate@tyngsboroughma.gov. Feel free to send your questions in now. I'm going to start collecting them, putting them all together, and getting them ready for the night. I've got a great lineup of media partners that's going to be here to ask questions. Right now it's Bill Gilman and the Lowell Sun, but I've also got one other special guest that I should hopefully hear back from in just a little while, whether or not he'll be able to make it. But we're going to have a really interesting event. It's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty effective at getting you the information that you need in terms of how debates usually run. And it's 2 hours, so that's more than enough time for us to get to any real substantive topics and discussion, which is what my main goal is, to get to some of the really, a little deeper in than just the average kind of yes or no, or I like this because of this. I want to hear more real debate. So that's my goal anyways. It's basically just to get you the best information I possibly can. So when you go to the polls on November 6th, you'll be able to make an informed decision. And again, this is for the 36th oh my goodness, I can't talk today, 36th Middlesex District, which is Colleen Gary's seat. Colleen Gary and Ray Lazinski, the challenger, will be the two in here that night for the debate. So it's going to be awesome. Again, tons of work I've been putting in trying to get this all put together. So I'm hoping that this goes over as well as it's going in my head. But I think it'll be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I say, I think you guys are going to get some really, really good information out of this. So stay tuned for that. And keep an eye out for the question information if you want to send in a question. Again, debate@tyngsboroughma.gov. You can email it in from now until the debate. And then there'll be some other ways too as well if you're watching live that night. Also, I want to mention that the Tyngsborough School Committee will be live tomorrow night. We're working on some of the final details, just getting some of the networking stuff running. We did just have a little issue over there where they lost all their network, and I haven't heard back yet whether or not they've gotten it back. This was just a half hour ago, give or take. There's some work going on out on the main road on Norris Road, which we're not sure if that was what caused the internet outage. But provided the internet comes back, that will be on tomorrow night, so you'll be able to watch the Tyngsborough School Committee on the government channel right here, the same channel that you're watching me on right now. You'll be able to watch that school committee. I believe it's at 7 p.m. is their start time. So if that's something that interests you, you can check it out. And I think they're doing the superintendent's evaluation, which I believe is the meeting right before the regular school committee. So at 7 o'clock, I'm sure they'll go over how the evaluation went and whatnot. So should be pretty interesting, but pretty cool. We finally got them up, hopefully up live, provided we can get the internet back working again there. Also, while I'm thinking about it, they're still doing water main work out on Norris Road. I believe they had an incident with one of the pipes where it broke or something along these lines happened where it was damaged. So water was coming out. So they're doing work over there still. So if you live over in that area and you have any water issues, that's probably why. You can reach out to the Drake Water Utility, and I'm sure they can give you at least somewhat of an answer, which probably isn't much of one. But anyways, neither here nor there. But yeah, you can reach out to the Drake Water Utility if you live over in the Norris Road area and you have water issues. They are working over there, so keep that in mind. Also, I have been asking community members, anybody who's interested. I've gotten some response, actually, a little bit already. But if you are interested in doing just what I'm doing right now, sitting here and talking about whatever subject it is that you want to talk about, doesn't have to be the news, it can be anything you want it to be, let me know. sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov. I'm happy to facilitate and help folks in the community spreading their message, whatever that may be, whether it's religious or political or whatever you want to talk about, cars or whatever. You are more than welcome to come down and give it a shot. That's basically my goal with this whole program, the whole, not the TV show, but the PEG Access in general is what we're supposed to be doing, is training the community in order to use this stuff, the communication equipment and skills that we can give you in order to put your message out there. So if you have something you want to say and you'd like to try doing it from here, you are more than welcome to. Just send me an email again, sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov, and that's part of my community call out. So I'm just trying to get the community more and more engaged with PEG Access. I mean, I do that through this as well, trying to get raise awareness and tell people about what's going on. But this actually isn't my primary job. It's one of them. But I want to train you guys in order to also talk about your messages, so that when we finally open up the full PEG Access Center over on Westford Road, which is finally underway in terms of architectural and all that stuff, the details of it. Construction hopefully will be starting shortly thereafter. But once that's all underway, I want you guys to come down and start using this big, beautiful facility. I won't say big because it's not really that big, but this beautiful facility that we're going to have in order for you to do your broadcasts and all your media stuff with us at the PEG Access Center. So anyways, that's my community call out. Again, if you want to do a show, let me know and I will help you. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you didn't know already, that this month is breast cancer awareness month. So October is the awareness month. A lot of times you'll see, like, football players and stuff, they'll have the pink socks and different accessories and stuff to mark this as well. But breast cancer awareness month. So keep that in mind. Find out some information and donating on that website there. You can check it out. And also, this is also October's National Substance Abuse Prevention Month. So the last week we did a show with Maria Ruggiero from SAPSI, and she's basically helping to spearhead it here in this community with our Board of Health, but raising awareness as to prevention in the schools with the kids. They go in, they talk to the classrooms, and they tell kids about, how, basically go over how drugs are bad and, the usual stuff, but trying to get in there early and get them to understand the problems and the obviously the drawbacks to to using drugs, and not only illegal drugs, illicit drugs, but prescription drugs and all the opiates that have been unfortunately all over the place the last couple months. So stay tuned for more of those episodes. There's actually 3 more that we have planned. The first one was with the gentleman from a sober house that he just opened up very recently. It was a really fascinating discussion about that and his experience and why he's now part of it. But Maria, again, will be back to talk about some more substance abuse issues and topics. And let me see if I can quickly give you some of the topics here. We had so that was the last one we did was kind of life skills and prevention. We're going to be talking about basically drugs 101, myths and realities of drug use. We're going to talk about mental health and suicide as well as part of that, and then again the opiates and Narcan, underage drinking, all that stuff. So it's the normal fare for substance abuse prevention. But so this is Substance Abuse Prevention Month, so pretty cool stuff, and definitely keep an eye for more of those shows. Also, they exist on our video on demand, so if you want to check them out there, you can do that as well. As they go up there, they'll end up there. Let's see, what else did I want to get to? Okay, so also I had a chat with our health department, and they wanted me to let you guys know, number one, no plastic bags in your recycling. Please don't put your plastic bags in your recycling, because the recycling company, the pickup company, is actually leaving bins behind if there's if there's plastic bags in the recycling. So the reason being is the plastic bags actually mess up the stream. They get into the machinery. They cause lots of problems. I've actually seen this in person. It's quite the issue for them to deal with. So they're asking you to please not put any plastic bags. Even if you do like I do at home, you put it in, like I say, 20-gallon trash bag to collect it in the house, and then you bring that out and you put that in the recycle bin. Don't put the actual bag in the recycle bin. The same thing goes for obviously those supermarket bags and wherever else you get them from, variety stores and various other places that still use those bags. So huge problem. If they are leaving your recycles behind, that's probably why. They do look and check to see that the recycling is clean. But basically, like I said, it's causing major problems on their end, so they're actually just refusing to pick it up because of those plastic bags in the recycling. So if you can, try to avoid that. Actually, you have to avoid that, because otherwise you'll end up with a mountain of recycles, unfortunately. So just try to pull those out of there if you can, and make sure that they don't end up in the stream. Also, November 2nd and 16th is yard waste pickup. So if you have stuff to get rid of, mark your calendars. November 2 and November 16, yard waste pickup at the curbside. So get that stuff out there, and it's the same as usual. Bag it up, nothing bigger than, I think, 3 inches, in bundles and so on and so forth. So just get it all ready. Also, over at the Council on Aging, Tyngsborough Council on Aging, they'll be doing flu shots. I believe that is tomorrow. I think it was tomorrow was the date. And bring your health insurance card. So if you're going to go get the flu shot, if you haven't done one already, I found that out the hard way. You have to bring your health insurance card with you, even though it's a free flu shot. Bring your health insurance card. They need to check it for some reason or another. But yeah, you can get those tomorrow at the Council on Aging over on Westford Road. And I imagine they're going to be just normal business hours. I didn't get an hours on that. I apologize. But yeah, you can go get a flu shot if that's something you want to do. I think I already got it, so I don't think I need to anymore, but I probably will. Also, apparently the health department has been getting a lot of complaints about dog waste. I know. It's one of those issues. If you have a dog, it's one of the one of the least liked parts of owning a dog. But if you do have a dog, you take them out for walks. They're asking you to please pick up the refuse, their waste, bag it up, and take the bag and throw it in your trash or a trash can, because they're getting a lot of complaints about stuff being left on the sides, and then even people who are bagging it, unfortunately, leaving the bags everywhere, filled with poop. So yeah, so please just pick them up and throw them in the trash. They're getting lots of complaints about it. So we're going to do, I'm going to try to get Dave Robson and Brenda, if I can get her on camera, to come in at some point to talk about some of this stuff, some of the details and the whys and why nots of things related to that. But like I said, getting lots of complaints on it. So they just wanted to let me know so that I could let you guys know. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't like to pick up dog poop either, but it's one of those things. You kind of just have to do it. Also, Flint Corner, as you have seen, that road work has been started over there. That's going to continue for the next 6 months, give or take. a little bit. But yeah, that's happening now. So just be mindful of road closures. I was told that there's not going to be any double lane closures, so meaning the whole road isn't going to get shut down at any point. They'll keep it at least a single lane open. But if you do travel through that area, obviously maybe find some detours around that work a little, at least somewhat better for you in terms of timing, or just be patient as you go through that area. So there's going to be lots of it happening. Again, it's pretty unfortunate, but well, it's not unfortunate because it's going to be a good thing at the end, but it's unfortunate in the middle when you're waiting for the lines of cars to go through. So just do the best you can with it. Maybe find some routes around, and keep in mind it's going on for about another 6 months. So I see. I told you about the clerk. Yeah, I got that info. Voter registration deadline October 17th and early voting October 22nd to November 2nd during normal business hours. And then from the collector, sewer bills are due Friday. So if you are part of the sewer system, your sewer bills are due Friday. So just a reminder on that. Your second quarter real estate bills are now available online. So you can go to tyngsboroughma.gov, go to the collector's page, and you can find the real estate bills, I believe, is where you get that there. And those are due November 1st. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to get that information for you. And if you have any questions, sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov. I don't see anything on Facebook, so that's good. It means you guys are paying attention. sbrogan@tyngsboroughma.gov. Again, if you have questions, don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff with our social media. Social media posts, it really helps to get that stuff out to the community. And your giant social media networks help to spread it that much further. Every click, like, share, and comment really helps to get this stuff out. That much further and beat Facebook's algorithm. So definitely very helpful. We'd love to hear what you guys think about this. So let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how we're doing getting this information out to you. Forget last week because I wasn't here last week. I was on vacation. But let me know how we're doing. I'm always curious to see what you guys think about what we do and what we don't do and what we can do better at. Maybe everybody's got an opinion, so it's always fun to hear that stuff. But yeah, let us know how we're doing. And I'd like to... maybe we can talk about it sometime. I think it'd be pretty cool. Don't forget my community call out. If that's something that interests you, I would love to have you guys learn to do what I'm doing, sit in this seat and start doing your own show, talking about whatever topic it is you want to. It's always kind of fun. And it's a little, it can be a little daunting, right, Julia? What do you think? Yeah, she's laughing. It can be fun, and it can be slightly nerve-wracking, but I can walk you through it and make it easy for you. So definitely a cool process if it's something that you are interested in. So all that said, folks, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Looks like it's going to be kind of rainy out there, not so much fun, but it's not going to last too long. So the rest of the week, I think, is supposed to be a little better starting Wednesday. So that said, folks, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.